Welcome to the Stage Code podcast with Paris and Beck.
This podcast is all about bodybuilding, raw and unfiltered, from off-season to stage day and everything in between.
Hey guys, and welcome back to Stage Code episode 5. Hey, Look at us go. I swear I say that every single week. Look at us go.
Wow. We're just really proud of ourselves.
Yeah, we are actually. Definitely.
We didn't give up on one episode.
Yeah, and we didn't have mental breakdowns and there was a few there, but it was fine. Now we're smashing it. We're setting it up like it's
we're
nothing.
like boom, boom, boom.
Yeah, it's great. Anyway, we are going to start this episode off with some highs and lows. I say this and I'm like, wait, what are my highs and lows? I am going to say I don't know if it's a high or a low, to be honest, but I got notification last week that we have to move out of our unit. So it's like, I don't know, I want to say exciting, but also annoying because you have to move and there's like a whole thing. But anyway, so that's, I guess, stressful. So I'm going to say that's a low.
That's your low?
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
going to say it's the low.
Maybe it'll be your high once you've moved in.
Yeah, that'll be,
somewhere else.
watch this space.
In a couple of weeks. Yeah.
Yeah, it'll be, definitely I'll be updating y'all when we get a place. And then I'm going to say my high I'm so boring, but I'm going to say like work. It's thriving at the moment, which is really good. I mean, like the process of like changing over apps for my clients and stuff. So it's a lot, but I'm so excited for where my business is going to be heading into in kind of as of like, March, April. I'll be kind of like relaunching in April, which I'm really excited. Yes, literally like whole rebrand everything. So I'm really excited about that. Yeah, they're going to be my highs and lows.
Okay. Well,
give us a high. No, give us a low first. Let's finish on a high.
God, okay, what would my low be? I'm trying to think of something that like really annoyed me this week.
Yeah.
Oh, honestly, it sounds so stupid, but my dog keeps shitting on the concrete at my house. Like, and it's just really annoying. Like, I get home from work and like we've got grass.
Yeah.
And she just keeps pooing on the concrete.
What? Why?
I don't know. And
Out
that's
of nowhere?
what's like, it's only been the last few weeks. Like, not since we moved. Like, she hasn't done it the whole time since we moved in. Because my old place, like, here has grass and concrete. Never did it on the concrete. Now, all of a sudden, doing it on the concrete. And I see her in action and I go, no.
Yeah, what is she going to do? Stop and go,
and she just looks at me like,
just move. Yeah.
Mid-poo, like, it's too late now.
It's coming.
And it's just, but then like we're on a walk and we're walking on a concrete pathway. She veers to the grass and does it on the grass. So I'm like, why are you doing it just at home on the concrete? Like, I don't understand.
Yeah, that's so weird.
So it's just really annoying me. Like, because on the grass, I leave them for a few days, pick them up for a few days. But like on the concrete, it's like where we're walking to take the bins out, and there's just one right there next to the bin on the concrete. So it's just,
that's so bizarre.
yeah, and it's just really starting to annoy me more and more because she's doing it. Like, she
every
keeps
single day.
doing it.
Yeah.
And then I got to hose it down. And
oh,
then,
yeah, because it's like, yeah.
And I've tried spraying it with like stuff to deter, because I know dogs go where they smell.
Yeah.
So I've tried like spraying to deter her from it, but she just keeps doing it.
She's like, no, I'll show you.
Yeah.
I shit where I want.
And my high, well, I haven't really had a great week. So like,
yeah.
I low-key can't think of a high.
Yeah. It's been fun. She's survived the week.
Here. My high would be finding the chocolate. So I have protein pancakes on a rest day.
Yep.
So you can always find a high.
Yeah.
No, even if it's a bad week.
Yeah.
And I found a chocolate one. I don't know if it's new.
Yeah, I haven't seen it.
But it's the greens protein pancakes, but now they have a chocolate one. So I just got it to try it and it was actually good. So,
and what you said that it's actually like the tiny lower in
it's like
calories.
9 less calories and like 3 or 4 grams less of carbs.
Hey, that's
so that's an extra win.
Yeah.
So that would be my high for the week.
Hey, that's pretty good.
Small, but it's there.
It's there.
Yeah. But
let's go into prep updates.
Yeah, I may as well go into prep update.
Yeah.
Look, if I'm honest, it hasn't been like my greatest week. I'll be completely transparent. Like, I'm struggling a little bit with like, it's not like a prep struggle that I'm having. It's just like, I'm just having a little bit of mental health struggles at the moment.
Yeah.
But that's something I'm dealing with.
Yeah.
It's fine. So that's kind of like making me just have a bad few weeks.
But I think normally as well, like when people are going through this, like they're kind of go-to obviously me as a coach, I understand, like, your go-to is to probably, like, stress eat, right? Like,
Mm,
you kinda just wanna be like, "Oh, I just wanna have, like, a burger or, a block of chocolate or whatever."
mm.
Not saying that that's healthy in any way, and, if that's what we're doing, we kinda need to figure that out, but at the same
Yeah,
time, like, it's a very normal human response, so you can't really have that kind of, like, little relief of stress
yeah,
through food
yeah.
anymore,
It's like,
so
"Oh, I'm just gonna relax and get takeaway tonight to, like,
yeah.
relieve some stress." Like, I don't really have that option, so
No.
maybe that's why I'm feeling a little bit more in a bit of a lull, but, as far as prep goes, I haven't gained any weight, which is always a bonus, but I am, like, the pretty much the last day of my cycle today, so I'm hoping that maybe in the next couple days I might have a drop. I just
Yeah.
have this weird feeling that I might have one tomorrow. I
Yeah.
typically tend to have it after like a rest day,
Yeah.
which today is a rest day and it's also the last day of my cycle. So hopefully,
There's a lot of, like, yeah, things that would hopefully result in a
yeah.
drop, and I think it's probably gonna help the mental health a
Yeah,
little
even if
bit too.
it's just like 200 grams, like 100 or
Yeah.
200 grams, I'll be like, yeah, cool. Cause
Yeah.
then I know I'm somewhat moving in the right direction.
Yeah.
Um, but I guess we'll wait and see how my check in is if you make any changes. It's hard to say when I am on my period.
Yeah, definitely.
Um,
And yeah, obviously as a coach, like, I think we spoke about this last week, is that because of that, we didn't really make any changes. How has, like, training and stuff been? How
Training's still good, like, I'm pushing like, I'm still making a little bit of progress with my weights, like, obviously, I'm still quite early into, like, a new block, so I'm still finding what's, like, really hard to
Yeah.
do as a weight,
Yeah.
but I've been able to still push weights. I haven't gone down in anything, which is always a good thing in
Yeah.
prep. Um
How do you feel training when you're on your cycle, like, when you're in that period? Because I know obviously, again, a lot
mm,
of women are different, right? Like, I don't really change much personally for me, and I think there's a really big misconception when it's like, "Okay, well, you're on your period or, you're at this stage or whatever, that means you have to train like this," and I hate
yeah,
that because every single woman is different, like, and I always say, like, you'll be surprised if you don't let it obviously, everyone is different, right? There's women with, PCOS and endo and really bad periods and all the kind of things that yes, it will result in them probably not even really wanting to go to the gym,
yeah,
but at the same time, just because you have your period does not mean that you have to go less or change what you're doing or anything like
mm.
that, but how are you personally?
I personally think I feel a lack of motivation when I'm on
Yeah.
my period, like, I just feel blur, like,
Yeah.
there's no other way to describe it than just blur, and, like, you don't wanna like, I don't wanna get in my tight activewear
Oh,
and,
the
like,
worst.
go and do hip thrusts, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I just feel a lack of motivation, but
Yeah.
I tend to feel better after I do a training session when I'm on my period, like, I'm
Yeah.
like, "Okay, I'm glad I did that."
Yeah.
I would say I maybe feel a little bit weaker,
Yeah.
nothing, like, dramatic, like, I'm
Yeah.
not
It
going
just
into a
things
deload every
feel
time I'm on
harder.
my period, but,
Yeah.
yeah, like, I'm doing my shoulder press, I'm like, "Oh my god," like, I thought I would be able to go up a weight, but this feels heavier than
Yeah.
last week.
Yeah.
So it just feels like I have to just put in that little bit of extra effort when I don't feel like I have that
Yes.
extra push, but
Yeah. But
yeah.
again, more often than not, if you just like, do say, for example, maybe not go up, but if you just did the same weight as, like, your normal weight,
Yeah.
it just feels
It
harder.
just feels a little bit
Yeah.
harder, yeah, and I
Yeah.
think it might not even be a strength thing, it's probably more of a mental thing because I do feel just blur, like, I
Yeah.
just wanna go home and have a hot shower and
Yeah.
watch a movie.
Get into your
Yeah,
comfies and yeah, absolutely,
yeah,
yeah. Well, yeah, I mean, this week obviously was a bit of a struggle for you, I think, but and, again, like, it's good to have that open communication with your coach to
yeah,
say, "Hey, this is how I'm feeling. What should I do?" kind of thing, and, we adjusted accordingly. But again, like and, not every single period is gonna be the same either, which I
yeah,
think is really important to know. And as well, this is so off tangent, but again, when you're kind of thinking like cycle in prep as well, yes, may get to a point where you lose it.
mhm.
However, that does not mean that your symptoms will stop.
Yeah,
You
like,
just
I
might not
lost
actually have a
mine my
bleed.
last prep and I still
Yeah.
got cramps and I still felt, ugh.
You still
I
get
just
watery, you still
wasn't
have the,
bleeding. Yeah,
the emotions and all the things like, yeah, the symptoms are very much still there. It just might mean that you just don't actually have a bleed, which is,
yeah.
it is what it is. But unfortunately, it doesn't mean that you just don't have
You don't feel
anything.
those
Yeah,
feelings,
yeah,
yeah.
exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
But, yeah, cardio is still fine, nothing crazy. Steps are still fine, nothing crazy.
And digestion issues all
Yeah,
sorted?
digestion is fine, which
How
is really
good.
good. That's a
Damn
huge
those green
bonus.
beans.
Yeah, and, like, food is good, like, am I'm not hungry,
Yeah.
which is really good that I'm not hungry. Like, if I said this last week, like, I probably sound like a broken record, but, like, obviously, I feel like, this week especially, I was like, "Oh, I wish I could just get pizza," and,
Yeah, yeah,
but
yeah.
I'm not sitting there, like, thinking, "Oh my." God, like, I'm not watching food TikToks and, like,
Yeah,
going, like, spiraling about the
crazy.
donuts that I wanna eat.
Yeah.
But, oh my god, I started this funny TikTok that I'm gonna do, and every time I think about a food in prep, I'm gonna record me saying the food.
Oh,
So then I'm
yeah.
gonna watch it back in 6 months to see all the
Yeah.
foods that I think about. So last night I thought about hot cinnamon donuts, so I just put on my phone, went, "Hot cinnamon donuts." Stop recording.
That's
So I'm
amazing.
just gonna do that, so we'll have
Imagine
to
that.
see what that looks like, what
Yeah,
I
that'll
thought
be
about,
hilarious. That'll be so good.
if I remember, 'cause I might
Yeah,
not
yeah,
remember with the brain fog, but
yeah.
yeah, I'm keen to get into it a little bit more. I think I this week, I don't know if it is the period or it's prep, but I definitely felt a little bit tired. Like, I get to around kind of that 3, 4 o'clock sort of mark, and I feel a little bit tired, but then I kinda come back up again
Yeah,
energy-wise. Um, but yeah, that's pretty much it.
yeah. Ooh,
Chugging
happy days,
along.
just chugging along.
So
Yeah.
I'll be 18 weeks out on Sunday. Or
On
when you guys listen
Sunday.
to this, yeah, on
Yeah.
Monday, I'll be 18 weeks out.
How exciting.
Yeah.
That's the thing, hey, like, you it's such a weird concept, like, you feel like you're in prep forever, but then it goes so quick at the same time.
Like,
Like, you get
I'm
towards the end
nearly
of
at the
it.
end of week 5
Yeah,
already,
yeah, like,
which
you
is
get
pretty
kinda towards
crazy.
the end, you're like, "It's all I feel like I know." Like, I don't remember a life without being in prep, but then also at the same time, you're like, "Holy crap," like, each kinda week goes by and you're like,
Mm,
"Oh, I'm close to the stage, close to the stage."
and it is really a big motivator when you're counting down those weeks and
Yes.
you're like, "Oh, 16 weeks to go, 15
Yeah,
weeks to go," like
yeah.
and you just gotta use anything you can in prep as a motivator, so
100%. I was talking to one of my other clients and, her bikini was, like, ordered and stuff, and I was like, "Just wait until you get it." Like, it's the
mm.
most exciting thing, like, obviously because they don't send it out until, 2 weeks out or whatever. I'm like, "It comes just as you need it."
Yeah,
Like, it
because
comes
you
at the
don't
perfect
feel
time.
like, right now, I'm like, I don't feel like I'm gonna be getting on stage in a tan and a bikini
Yeah,
because it's so far away,
yeah.
and then when you get to those, like, 4 or 5 weeks out and you start even
You're
when you're,
really,
like
like,
yeah,
struggling for,
even
like,
when you're, like,
happiness.
booking your hotels and, like, booking
No.
your hair and your makeup and tan,
Yeah.
you start to go, "Oh, okay, like,
This is
this
yeah,
is actually happening,
yeah.
like, it's all gonna lead up to this moment."
I feel like the bikini though is like getting the bikini is like that solidifying, like, it's so close and you're
Mm,
like, "This is what I'm gonna be wearing." Like, I
mm,
mean, it's probably different because you made yours, but yeah, like, when you get it, you're like, "Oh my god." And I think as well, it's probably a little bit different because you obviously saw how it was being made and stuff
mm.
like that, like, you were looking at the process of it, whereas when you don't have that,
When you unveil
it's
it,
like you have no
yeah.
idea what you expect, and then all of a sudden you get that box and you're like, "Oh my god," or you get the notification to say it's coming
It's
and you're like,
coming,
"Come
yeah.
on."
I love watching girls react to their
Yes,
bikinis, yeah.
yeah, yeah. But yeah, anyway, so random and off tangent. Anyway,
Yeah, but that's prep is
yeah,
prepping, and yeah, today we're gonna talk about
prep.
like, how your relationship can survive a prep, if
Yes.
your relationship can survive a prep.
Yeah.
Beck and I can both talk from experience because 'cause we've only ever been in a relationship during a prep, so we can't talk about the other side of things, like, we
Yeah,
can't
being
really talk
single.
about being single and dating and all that, but we can talk about being in a serious long-term relationship and how that kind of goes with prep.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, we'll just talk about, like, prep-friendly dates that you can do, like, you
Yeah.
our view on it is your relationship can
Oh, absolutely, 100%.
definitely
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
survive prep
Yeah. I
if
think
you're
though
in a
it
good relationship.
yeah, also, like, it depends on I'm gonna say you as a person, but also
Mm.
depends on your partner, right? Like, if you have I've heard girls of, like, their partner's just horrible and they end up splitting up and stuff like that, but I'm like, it's kind of a blessing in disguise. Like, if they're not gonna support you
Mm.
throughout something that you are obviously dedicating your entire life to, then yeah, it's probably not gonna be very good. But also at the same time, there's a give and take, right? Like you have to be willing to, like you said, go on prep friendly dates and stuff like that.
Yeah, it's
Because
a
it's not
sacrifice from both
both
ends.
ends,
It's not
100%.
just like, a lot of people think it's just us, the competitor, that's sacrificing, but
Oh,
it's
not at
also
all.
our partner that's making a sacrifice. Like, my 3-year anniversary is coming up with Matt,
Oh,
and, like, we're not going out for a fancy dinner
yeah,
but we accommodate, and he accommodates, like, we're gonna go do, like, a sauna and, like, spa and ice bath or something
yeah,
together, or we're gonna go bowling or, like, the
yeah,
movies or something, so there's ways that you can work around it,
yeah,
but
absolutely.
you have to have a partner that's willing to like, you don't want a partner that's like, "Oh my god, that sucks, like, we can't even go out for dinner."
Yeah, or makes you feel bad about it, or yeah, like
Or like,
that's
"You're
the
so
worst.
selfish, like, I
Yeah,
just wanna go out for dinner, and
yeah.
I just wanna do this," or, so you have to it's 50-50.
Yeah,
Like, a
definitely.
relationship is 50-50, but then
Even
in
more so when
saying
you're in
that,
prep.
in prep, sometimes it's gotta be, like, 80-20 because
Yes,
when you're in the slumps, sometimes your partner needs to pick up the pieces.
absolutely. If you don't have the energy to clean the house and mow the lawns and stuff like that, then yeah, like obviously you can kind of yeah, try and have that little bit more that they take over, or rather than you going down to the shops, they just going down and get your
Mm,
chicken or whatever the hell, like whatever it is that you need.
mm.
Um, I think probably I'm gonna say, and obviously we're gonna kind of probably be speaking on behalf of our partners. We will get them on the show though, because
Yeah.
I keep looking at the bloody laptop. We absolutely gonna get them on the show
Yeah,
because I
so we
would
can
love
get
to.
their
Yeah, their
perspective.
perspective. But I'm just gonna, I guess, talk about what I think Jamie would say and what he's kind of said before.
Yeah. Well, because 'cause
Um,
you've had someone that
yes. So
not to,
I've
like,
got a little bit of a
air
different.
Beck's
No,
dirty
yeah, this is
laundry,
my
but
entire, yeah.
you had a
We're
partner
going.
that knows exactly what it's like
Yeah,
because he's done it,
yeah,
and now you have someone that's not in that world,
yeah, yeah.
so you kind of can see it from the 2 point of
Yeah, so
views.
in my world of bodybuilding and my history, I've had a bodybuilding partner. So obviously, like you said, fully understands what it's like. And then I've also had like my now partner, Jamie, who's not in the world, but is very like he's really big on in soccer and stuff like that. So he understands,
Mm.
competitive sports, putting your entire life into a sport, which is
Yeah.
really good, obviously. And he's also into the gym. He loves eating healthy. Like the lifestyle itself, he's very much, on board with kind of thing and
Yeah.
aligns with, which is really nice. But yeah, I think, I'm gonna say as far as probably, yeah, like the last prep that I had. So I've had 1.5 preps with Jamie. So the half obviously when I couldn't continue, due to injury, and then the last one that I just did. And I'm gonna say like probably the biggest thing that he noticed slash, not had a problem with, but definitely was, yeah, noticeable, I'll say, is just my lack of personality. Like, I'm a very
Mm.
bubbly person. I'll laugh and, like, I'll laugh at his stupid jokes and his farts and shit like that just because I just think he's hilarious.
Yeah.
He could do anything and I'm like, but I think that that's probably a big thing that he noticed considerably is that I just was a shell of a human. Like, I just didn't have the energy to laugh. I didn't have the energy to, make that kind of conversation. Like,
It's like a you become like a yes, no.
literally, just like yeah,
"Do
it
you wanna do
was
this?" "Yeah." "Do
yeah,
you wanna do that?"
no.
"No." "Are you
Yeah,
hungry?"
yeah.
"Yes." "Are you
Yeah,
tired?" "Yeah."
yeah,
Like, you just give the shortest
yeah,
answer
you
possible,
just
that's
have
all
no.
you have the energy to give.
And I think as well, like, being in the job that I'm in as far as face-to-face PT and online coaching and stuff, like, you've gotta be on, and that was
Mm.
wh I love my job, like, I love it, but it takes a lot out of you when you don't have a lot of energy, and I was having to show up. Like, I never wanted my clients to know that, obviously they know that I was in prep, but I never wanted them to feel like
Feel a difference.
yeah,
Yeah.
have a difference. So I would really focus on that, and I think that that probably took away from maybe me at home, if that kind of
Yeah,
makes
because 'cause you're having
sense.
to give all your energy for 4 or 5 hours in the
Absolutely.
afternoon to
Yeah.
your clients, and then
I get home and I'm just
you
like,
go home but you feel kinda bad because you wanna give that
yeah.
energy to your
Oh,
partner who hasn't seen you
absolutely.
all day,
Yeah.
but you feel so tired because
Yeah.
you've just given any energy you have to your
Yeah,
clients.
yeah.
So it's
And I
really
think
difficult.
yeah, and I think as well, like, it's good because he's not a big yapper, he's not a big talker. Like, we're happy to just sit down, eat, and just watch, like,
Watch
watch
TV,
TV,
yeah.
like, watch our show that we watch. And I think that was good, but at the same time, it's still, I was still so different. And not that I wanted to be, and I really wanted to kind of keep that, but also at the same time, if you can't be your full honest self with your partner, then who can you be?
Yeah,
Like, it
exactly.
sounds really bad, but I'd rather just kind of fake it in front of my clients
Yeah,
to make them comfortable than me have to do that with Jamie. I think
yeah,
as well, another big thing is just having that talk with them to let them know, "Hey, this is what you should expect. Like, I'm gonna lose my, sex drive. Like, I'm
yeah.
gonna feel like crap.
You're gonna be irritable,
I'm gonna
yeah.
be irritable, like, I probably won't have my personality at all, but it will come back, like,
Mm.
I will." And
It's
he
only
was like
short term,
literally, he
yeah.
was like when he picked me up from the airport, he's like, "I can't believe how different you are already,
Yeah.
like, from being going over from Canada." And I was like, "Yeah, it's 'cause I ate.
I've got food,
I've got
yeah.
food." I was sick as a dog, but I was so happy, and I was obviously happy to be home and stuff, but yeah. What about Matt? What's he
Well, similar, like, Matt has that sort of understanding because he is a coach in, not the bodybuilding space, but, like, sport performance and
yeah,
powerlifting space. So, like, he tracks his food. He's got knowledge around nutrition. So, I think that made it easier. Like, I think it would have been a totally different experience, like, had I had a partner that wasn't in the gym space
yeah.
and didn't, like, have knowledge around nutrition and tracking. And also, like, he works in the gym with a lot of other people who do prep and do
He lived
bodybuilding.
with
He
2 of
lived
them.
with 2
Yeah,
bodybuilders, so
yeah.
he can definitely understand
Yeah.
when you get into those feelings. Um, but it'll be different this time around because we live together this time. So it'll be
Yes.
a little like, we did spend heaps of time together, like, when we weren't living together, we'd probably spend 3, 4 nights out of the week together,
Yeah.
but now we're in each other's space, so
Yeah.
I'm
And you
sure it'll
can't
be
just go
different.
home and be like, "I don't wanna spend the night with you." Like,
Yeah,
I mean, you probably could
and I
still.
don't have essentially my own room,
Room.
like,
Yeah.
I'm sharing that space with somebody else now, but I'll just be like, "Mom, can I come over now?"
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
I've got a
"Mum, I'm
safe
having a
haven if I
sleepover."
need it. Nah.
Yeah.
But, no, Matt was really, really understanding, but we definitely had our moments, like, being completely vulnerable, like, we definitely had arguments and
Yeah.
stuff, like, when I was becoming irritable, like, he'd be like, "Why are you so angry?" Like, and I'm just like, "'Cause I'm freaking hungry,"
Yeah,
like,
"I'm so tired, like, you don't
yeah.
understand." Yeah.
Um, but it's really important to have someone that is gonna support you, like, he would pick me up and give me that push to when I'm like, "I don't wanna go to the gym." He's like, "Well, imagine if you don't go and do this session, like, and some girl beats you, you'll be
Yeah.
like,
"It's
'Cause I didn't
because I
do
didn't
that
do that."
session that one
Yeah.
time." So, it's good to have that person who is with you all the time to give you that extra push. Um, and like I said before, like, he was willing to make sacrifices and,
Yeah.
like, for 6 months, we weren't going on any dinner dates, and Matt and I love food, like,
Yeah,
we're
yeah.
foodies, like, he wants to
Oh,
eat all the time, like
100%. Yeah.
and he still does, like,
Yeah.
don't get me wrong, when I'm in prep, he's not eating what
Yeah,
I'm
he's not
eating.
eating prep. Yeah,
Yeah, he's
exactly.
getting pizza and pasta and all the things, which is another challenge, but,
Yeah.
um, yeah, I think it's hard to say, like, what it's like when you don't have a supportive partner there
Yeah.
by your side because we can't speak from experience, but we had a strong foundation before I did a prep, a bit different to you because you kinda started did you start dating Jamie,
Yeah,
like,
so
how long were you
Jamie and I
together
would
before?
we started dating in, like, March, and I think I entered prep maybe, like, at the end of April, start of May.
Yeah, so it
So
was
it was
very new,
very
you were
new.
very
Yeah.
fresh, so that's
Yeah.
kind of a bit scary because
Yeah.
you don't
Yeah.
know how they're gonna respond.
Yeah.
Whereas I had been in I think I'd been with Matt for about a year when
Yeah.
I started my prep, so I was kinda like, "He's not going
Yeah,
anywhere,"
yeah,
like
yeah, he's locked
whereas if I
in.
was in your position, I'd be like, "Oh, he's gonna get a bit freaked out when I get all
100%.
hungry and irritable, he's gonna
Oh,
run away."
100%. Yeah. I was definitely again, I think just being it sounds weird, but, like, being at the start of that relationship, I probably put so much more effort into it, which I don't know,
'Cause you
sounds
knew what was coming,
right?
yeah,
Yeah. So and again, I did only get 10 weeks in, so it wasn't he didn't see that really terrible part. Like, I was just,
the real depths
also,
of it,
the
yeah.
other side of things is that at that stage, I was in a lot of pain a lot of the time as well. So I think I was also kinda dealing with that but he was there through the kind of devastation of, like, finding out that I was no longer doing the prep and, like, what was going on, and then there was so much that he kind of I guess we went through together. Sounds a bit dramatic because at the time it was just kinda like, "Oh, yeah, this is what's happening, so whatever." But and then, yeah, I think that I guess the second time around, we had been together for a long time. We'd lived together for a long time. Like it was, a lot more, I'm going to say stable and less new.
Yeah.
And I think that was probably a little bit different. But yeah, I think, the other thing is, and I don't really know what Matt was like at the start, but I remember Jamie being like, "Oh, like I don't want to eat in front of you and stuff." And I'm like, just do it. Like, because I don't want to feel guilty that you're not enjoying your life just because I'm in prep. But then not that I would ever say this to him, but I was like, it was pretty hard to watch him, eat his tub of Ben& and Jerry's and stuff like that every Saturday because we just have, like, our little Saturday night, snack fest and whatever.
Yeah.
And again, we'd always get, like, takeaway and just some snacks and whatever is what we kind of call our little snack night. But sounds like we just binged. Yeah. It is what it is. Um, but, like, that kind of got cut out. We would just have, like, our normal dinner, but then he would have, a bunch of snacks and stuff like that. And again, like, you kind of just you not just because you're doing something doesn't mean that they can't, but it changes their want to do it maybe or feeling of it, whatever. And I'm like, you get sick of people being like, um, oh, I feel bad. And I'm like, just don't talk about it.
I think it's important to not put that pressure on your partner to, like if they're like, "Oh, I wanna get pizza," like, I don't think that as a competitor, you should be like, "Well, no, you can't have that because I can't have it."
Yeah, no, oh, absolutely not. Cause then you'll get resentment, right?
Yeah,
From them.
and then that's gonna make them
Yeah.
be like, "Oh, what the fuck? Like,
Yeah.
this isn't fair." Like, it's
Yeah.
not their choice. They're
Yeah.
not choosing to do a bodybuilding
Yeah.
prep, so I
And
don't
don't,
think you
as
should
the
put that
partner,
pressure.
put that on them and be like, "Well, because you can't get it, that means I'm not gonna get it." I'm like, "Don't put that on me."
Yeah.
I remember, like, for my Sydney show, I thought I was gonna get a cheat meal, an off-plan meal. And I was like, "Yeah, we're gonna order pizza, like, we'll get, like, Pinocchio's when we get home and everything," and I was so excited for it, and then my coach was like, "Yeah, no, you get right back on plan," and I was like, "Sorry, what?" I was like,
Sweet.
"Huh?" So then I was like the night before the show, I was in Sydney and Jamie was here because he was coming up the day of, and I ordered him Pinocchio's because I was like,
I feel bad.
I feel bad that we're not gonna get it tomorrow night, so I was like and he didn't have a say in it because I was just like, "You're eating it."
Yeah.
A, I'm not there, so, like, whatever. B, I'm like, "Just eat it," because I feel bad. But, yeah, like, but again, he wasn't like, "Oh, I can't eat it because you're not gonna have it," kinda thing. He was just like,
Mm.
he used to say, like, "It's something that we enjoy together, and I want to enjoy it with you again," which, like, I think that's just a nice way of saying it, but at the same
Yeah.
time, I didn't wanna feel guilty, but also at the same time, he wasn't going
Yeah,
without
we're
though
choosing
either.
to make the sacrifice,
Yeah,
so it's not
yeah.
anyone else's
Yeah,
choice.
no.
But I don't know what you're like, but when I'm in prep and I'm even already doing it now, I live through other people's,
Oh,
like, food
let me smell it.
experience.
Like, let me
So, like,
smell
I've been
everything.
making Matt dinners, like, some nights, and I'm like, "Is it good?"
Yeah, yeah,
Like,
yeah.
"Tell me all about it." Or,
Yeah,
like, I smell his food, like, I
yeah.
smell his takeaway, or, like, my roommate will get pizza, and I'm like, "Oh, is it good?"
Yeah.
Like,
And
I
it's
lived through other people, like, when I was deep in my other prep, like, I was making Matt cookies and, like, all
yeah.
these TikTok recipes, and it would give me some sort of satisfaction,
Yeah, yeah,
like
yeah.
and people are like, "How do you do that? Like, how do you not just eat the cookie dough?" But I was like,
Yeah.
once you're so far in, like, I
Oh,
probably
it's
wouldn't
so
do that
good.
now. I probably
Yeah,
wouldn't go make cookies because it would be really hard not to, but when
yeah.
you're so deep in, you're like, "Well, I'm so deep in now, like, I'm not gonna eat the cookie dough
Yeah,
now."
yeah.
But that gave me satisfaction, almost like I was
Yeah.
eating it.
Yeah, yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I don't know if you're like that, but
I'm not with, like, cookie dough and stuff like that, but with my job, I like to, create new recipes and stuff like that, and so Jamie was always, like, my tester, and
test
I'd be like,
dummy,
"You
yeah.
need to tell me the truth
Is
because
it
I
good?
can't taste it."
Yeah.
I'm like, "What's it like?" And he's like, "It's good." I'm like, "No, no, no, I need more than that because,
Yeah,
like,
I'm like,
if I'm
I
gonna
want
give this to my
what the
clients."
flavor's like, a
Yeah, yeah,
rating, like,
give me,
I
like,
always ask Matt, I'm
everything.
like, "What's it like out of 10?"
Yeah,
Like
yeah, yeah. So I think that was probably more so, and then I'd be like, "Oh, I can't wait to, like, make this when I'm not in prep." Probably haven't made anything
yeah.
that I made
Even,
him
like, I
when I
was
was in
at
prep,
Woolies
but
yesterday and I saw, like, a bulk pack of donuts and it was a quick sale,
oh, yeah.
and, like, I would never, ever normally do this, but I texted Matt, I was like, "Do you want the donuts? It's a
Yeah,
quick sale."
and he's probably like, "No."
But, like, if I'm buying them, it's, like, some sort of
Yeah.
satisfaction to myself.
Or every single time, I don't know why, but, like, yeah, you'd wanna, like, go and pick someone else up, like, a little treaty treat, whereas, like, when
Yes.
it's you, like, chances are and even after prep, you'll look at a bulk pack of donuts and be like, "Oh, never. Like, I don't
Yeah,
want
like,
that."
in my off season, can't remember when
Oh,
I bought a bulk pack of donuts,
no, never.
but now I'd love to buy
Yeah,
one.
yeah, you're like, "I want that."
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's funny the way that you change and
Yeah.
yeah, but another, like, thing that not a lot of people probably talk about because it's a bit, like, I don't know, taboo to talk
Taboo.
about
Yeah.
is, like, libido
Yeah.
and sex drive and, like, being intimate with your partner. Like, when you get so deep into it, like, I'll be completely honest, you
Yeah.
don't wanna really be intimate with your partner. Sometimes you don't even want your partner to hug you, like
Yeah, because it sounds so bad because 'cause you're like, "Oh, you're so lean and not everything," but, like, you have probably the most body dysmorphia when you're,
yeah,
like, I reckon well, from show day till probably, I reckon, like, 6 weeks out, I reckon,
yeah,
maybe 8,
because you
depending
go
on
through that,
everyone.
like, skinny fat
Skinny fat
stage.
stage, and then you just constant like, any food that you eat might, because 'cause you're eating so much kind of, like, volume stuff, so you kind of feel, like, a little bit bloated or whatever, or
Mm.
you get, like do you remember getting, like, really gassy? Like,
Oh,
just
yeah.
just because so what happens yeah, you're like, "Hell yeah, dude."
From, like,
Just
8
because
weeks out,
yeah.
anything I ate.
So yeah, just always, right? So just because, like, your body you're not actually having as much food so that your body doesn't need all the gastric juices that's naturally in there. So then it has so much gastric juices that
Wants to get
it
out.
wants to get out, right?
Yeah.
So then you're just a little bit more gassy. And also you're eating primarily protein and like lettuce, so it's
Mm.
not the best feeling slash smell. But anyway, but yeah, like despite all of that, yeah, you just don't. A, you don't have the energy. B, you just don't have like you don't have those hormones are so suppressed because you are stage lean, right? Like you're getting to stage lean. So
Especially if you're not getting your period, your
yes,
hormones are even
oh
more like, "What's going on?"
yeah, like, I remember the way that I know that my hormones are, I'm gonna say dysregulated is that I get the night sweats. So even, like, when I'm on my
Mm.
period, I'll get night sweats now because I know that, like, my testosterone has dropped quite a lot. Um, I would get night sweats every single night. Like, it was so bad. Like, I'd be, like, waking up drenched, like I've just done cardio. and I'm just friggin' sleeping, but then during the day, I'm, like, freezing cold, so make that make sense, but, because of that, that's how I kinda knew, okay, my hormones were not optimal in any way. Understandable, look, it's a part of it, it's just it is what it is, but because of that, you just don't have a sex drive, like, you just don't wanna
You
you
don't
don't
wanna
wanna
jump their
bang.
bones, yeah.
No.
And that's what's, like, I think I can't speak for male competitors, but as a female with, like, a male partner, like, men tend to have a way higher sex drive than
Yeah.
women. So it's probably harder for our partners
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
they're like, "Let's go." Like,
Yeah,
a lot of
yeah.
guys are like,
Nothing.
"Whenever. Let's go,
Yeah.
like, whenever." And
Yeah.
you're just like, "Oh."
Yeah.
You're just like, "Don't even, like, put your hand on my leg." Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
you just feel like you don't wanna be touched.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't it's hard to describe it unless you're in it, but
Also, the other thing as well, sorry, just to cut you off
no,
there,
you're
is
right.
that so again, right, when we're thinking about, like, hormones and, like, literally thinking about progesterone, estrogen, testosterone, all these things are kind of like this is gonna sound a little bit weird, but when, like, you're a female and you're getting ready and everything and there's, some lubrication down there,
Yeah,
you don't actually have that
you
because
don't
your
get that.
hormones are
Yeah.
so, yeah,
They're
tanked. So
non-existent.
you're, like, dry you're like a fucking desert down there.
Yeah.
Like, it's just you just don't have and it takes a lot to actually get to that
Get
point,
to that feeling.
and it
Yeah.
might be, like, once in the 8 weeks. Like, it's nothing, but obviously you can, use substitutions and whatnot,
Yeah.
but at the same time, like, that's kind of like your body saying, like, "I just don't wanna do it."
Yeah.
So I think that's also, again, an unspoken thing that I think a lot of
Yeah.
females
And
don't
it can
really.
definitely affect your partner as well because, like, some people might go like, "What, are you not attracted to
Yes.
me?" Or like, "Have you got turned off from me?" But
Yeah.
it's not that. It's not that you're turned off by
No.
your partner. It's
No.
not like, "Oh, I've got the ick," or
No, no, no,
"I
not
don't
from
find you
them.
attractive."
It's just in general.
It's totally internal. It's
Yeah.
a total feeling. But that's why, when you are in prep, and if you feel like doing it,
Oh, do
take
it
the
immediately,
opportunity.
immediately.
Ring
Yeah.
them up, say, "Come home
Yeah.
from work.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. We
Let's
gotta
go
bang
now."
right now. Yeah, 100%.
Because
And
it's rare that you will feel
yeah,
that feeling.
yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. Yeah. I just had a thought, now I've lost it.
And you've lost it.
What were you just saying?
I was saying, like, it's not your partner. Like, you're not turned
Oh,
off
the
by your
other thing
partner.
as well that could potentially go into your mind as the competitor is that, well, if I'm not giving it to him, is he gonna go find it somewhere else? Which I don't know, that might be a bit toxic in my brain.
Yeah. No, but
Oh,
it's true. Like, you can start especially when you get so deep in prep, you're very in your own head,
yeah.
and your thoughts are like, "Dun, dun, dun, dun,
And
dun."
because obviously, like, when we might not just be talking to female competitors now, like, it might be more so this is gonna sound really bad, but like, girlfriends of male competitors, if they're on certain substances,
Yeah.
whatever, their sex drive might be really high,
Mm.
depending on where they are
Yeah, it
in
could be
this,
the total opposite, yeah.
yeah, so it could be the total opposite. So sometimes, like, I've had a lot of stories of guys, kind of going and sourcing it elsewhere
Mm.
because yeah, it's just kind of like this, like, obviously, like, PEDs are a whole nother story and a
Yeah.
whole different kettle of fish, but at the same time, like, yeah, I don't know, that's kind of pointless thing to say, but
There's 2 sides
there's a
to the
lot,
spectrum.
yeah,
Yeah.
like, there's just a lot to kind of, I'm gonna say, be aware of,
Yeah.
but yeah,
Do you
mainly
know
though for
kinda it's
females.
hard for us to talk because we're both not we don't go down that route, like, we're both
No,
natural competitors.
yeah.
But do you know sort of what happens to women when they do take peds? Like, what happens to women's sex drive then? Like, is it
Yeah,
the same thing? Like, 'cause I'd have to probably, like, maybe I should do some research on that.
I think it would probably
Depend on what
depend
you're
on what you're
taking.
taking,
Yeah.
yeah, so, like, a lot of the competitors just take, like, females and stuff that are in, say, for example, bikini, fit model, wellness, whatever. It's more probably cutting agents where, you're not really taking, like, testosterone or something like that, whereas I think the whole, like, that side of things is probably where maybe your sex drive would increase and
Yeah.
stuff like
Like,
that.
women are probably more taking things to get lean
Until it
rather
lean,
than
yeah,
yeah.
absolutely, yeah. So I would imagine again, like, who's I don't know, and again, everyone would be different, because as well, if you're taking, say, like, cutting agents or whatever to get lean, then you might be having to take something else to kinda keep your muscle as well,
Mm.
like, yeah, it's impossible to kinda say, and again, with every
Everyone's
new thing
different.
that's coming
Yeah.
out in the market these days with God knows what else is out
Oh,
there.
I know.
Oh, it's, yeah, you never really know, but yeah, that's probably a different kind of
Mm.
thing that I think people maybe don't talk about.
Yeah. Did you go on, like did you try and incorporate prep-friendly dates? Like, I did a lot of prep-friendly dates with Matt, even when when we talk about sacrifices, like, I made the sacrifice even when I wasn't feeling that energy. I would still try and make the effort to do these little dates, like go bowling or go to the movies because I knew that that was giving Matt something that was like
Yeah.
a dating experience, like what boyfriends and girlfriends go and do rather than just
Yeah.
sitting in bed and watching a movie all the time. Did you do a lot of that with Jamie or
Honestly, we don't really do dates as
Mm-mm.
such. Our thing is like we'll go for like a walk
Yeah.
and we love that. And so that's obviously pet friendly. Like we'll go and get our coffee and go for our, marina walk and stuff
Yeah.
like that. Or like even now, not in prep, we're like, oh, what do you want to do? We've got some time. Let's go
Yeah.
for a walk. Like that's just our go to kind of thing. So I think again, because we just naturally have that kind of lifestyle, it is what it is. Like, we just it's the same.
Mm.
We're not really like, if we're gonna go on a date, it's gonna be a food date. Like, that's just,
Yeah.
we're gonna go out to dinner. But even still I remember being in prep and I was like, "I wanna go on more dates when I finish, like, when we're out of this and, actually go on dates." And
It's
he's like,
always
"Yeah,
like
yeah,
that in
yeah."
prep. You talk about the things that you
Oh,
wanna do in off season, then when you're in off season, you don't
you
even do
never
the
do it.
things.
Nah,
Yeah.
I think we've been out to dinner maybe, like, 3 times.
Like, I'll be like, "Oh, I wanna try this place, this food place, this restaurant." Like, even before summer prep now, there was, like, 5 places I wanted to try.
No,
Didn't try
none
any
of
of
them.
them.
Yeah, no. So I think, for us, I guess in particular, it was just kind of the same.
Yeah. But
Um,
that's kinda good when it's your normal
yeah, we don't
routine anyway,
really.
because then for you and your partner, it's
Yeah.
not a huge shift in the day to
Yeah,
day.
yeah, it would be like, say, like bowling, for
Yeah.
example.
So I think Matt and I like to go and do little dates because we actually don't really like, we live together, but we don't really get to see that much of each other. So that's
Everyone
like our
ever.
moment to
Yeah.
like chat and
Yeah.
like, because normally, you go and chat over dinner or
Yeah.
whatever. So that's kind of our moment to chat and have a good laugh and
Yeah.
yeah, have a dating experience. So we
Yeah.
don't, because like I don't, especially when I'm in prep, things are like every day's the same. It's like
Very
Groundhog Day.
fair.
So I
Yeah.
kind of look forward to that little
Yeah.
outlet that I get on the weekend. Like I'll look forward to, I'm going bowling. Like, and
Yeah,
that's the
that's
one
nice.
different thing that I'm doing in
Yeah.
my week
Yeah.
because every other day is the same.
Yeah,
I'm
definitely.
training, I'm eating, I'm doing steps. So
Yeah,
it's like if I can be
totally.
like, oh yeah, I'm going to the movies, like that brings me some sort of joy and
Yes, yeah,
excitement to get
because you
through the
really
week.
don't get that happiness from really much
You're not
else.
getting you're not getting a
No.
dopamine hit from food, so you
No.
wanna find your dopamine hit
Yeah.
from whatever else you can.
Yeah, exactly.
So, yeah,
Yeah.
there's definitely ways to incorporate
Incorporate.
dates.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But again, like, depends on what you as a couple kind of like to do as well. I
Yeah,
think.
everyone's gonna be different for
Yeah.
sure. But definitely
I think probably the biggest thing though is just have that open communication. Like,
yeah,
try and educate your partner as much as possible because it's so hard for someone that hasn't been through it to understand what you feel like.
yeah,
And also, like, obviously, like, most of the time as a female, even just if you're a competitor in general, just know that or a partner of one, know that if they're snapping at you, it's not don't take it personally.
no,
Like,
it's
they are
never
just it's such a next level
mm,
feeling of tiredness and irritation. Like, you know how annoyed you get when you're, like, super hungry and, like, say, for example, like, driving home and some slow asshole in front of you is, like, just being a jerk and you're like, "Just friggin' hurry up, I'm so hungry," and you get so agitated and irritated. That, but, like, all the
all the
time
time
and
times
times
10,
10.
yeah.
Yeah, like, it's just so much more,
And
yeah,
like Beck was
exaggerated.
saying, when you are out all day and you're at work and you're talking to people, like I was working in a gym in my first prep, and like you're having to give all your energy to everyone else because you can't go to work and be a bitch
No,
to people at
yeah,
work.
no.
So when you're home, you just want to be your complete self
Yeah.
and you just want to be able to take the mask off and
Be.
be how you feel. So it's definitely not directed at anyone.
No,
Like
never.
if you have a close friend that you live with, like it doesn't even have to be a partner or you're like a sibling or a
Yeah,
parent, like it's never directed.
at
It's
them.
never
No.
personal. It's just that, they're
You're
tired
It's always
and
that when you take out, like, your feelings on the closest person kinda thing, just because you can be so much more vulnerable with that person,
and
or
you can
you
be
should be able
yourself
to.
with that
Yeah,
person. Like
exactly.
my poor mum, like my mum copped a lot when like I remember I came home one day and she'd moved my blender and it was like the end of the world. Like, I was like, "Where the fuck is my blender?" Like,
Ah,
it was like World War
that's so
Three. Like,
funny.
so
Did you, like, come back out later and was like, "I'm
yeah, like
sorry."
you become rational after
Yeah,
a little while. Like,
after the
after a
mini
meal,
meltdown.
maybe, like, you
Yeah.
eat your dinner and then you're, "Okay, maybe that was a little bit too
Yeah,
far."
maybe I need to go apologize.
Yeah, yeah.
I remember, like, every Sunday morning, I would It sounds so bad, but I would just be in a shitty mood for some reason. I don't know why. I feel like for some reason for me, Sundays were always so hard, which doesn't really make sense because like it should be the easier day because it's like a rest day and all you gotta do
Yeah,
is just go to your car to get your
yeah,
steps or whatever. But Sundays were always really hard. And so like Sunday morning, I'd be like, I'd go and, do my check-ins and my weight and all that kind of stuff, especially if I hadn't had a drop. Oh, I was in such a shitty mood.
yeah,
But
that's fair.
me on the step machine, I'd gain this, like, weird level of, like, clarity, and I'd message Jamie, I'm like, "I'm so sorry for how I was this morning."
Yeah,
I wasn't even bad, like, I was just short and snappy, I
mm.
was just like, oh, like, hating life because my friggin' scales had dropped or whatever. I would only drop, like, 200 grams or whatever. Um, and I'd be like, "I'm sorry," and he's like, "Stop apologizing, like, it's fine. I understand, whatever." And I'm like, "You're so nice." Yeah.
Sometimes, like, having that partner there as well, like, I know I experienced it a lot with Matt, like, I experience it even when I'm not in prep, like, just having that person as well to kind of bring you back down to earth, like,
Yeah.
because you can be quite irrational, like,
Mm.
in prep, like, you're snapping over stupid things and you're worrying about silly things,
Yeah.
like, so having that person that can be like, "Hey," like,
There's worse things in the
sometimes
world.
Matt's just like, "Paris, it's not a big deal,
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
it's okay, like,
yeah.
it's gonna be fine." Like,
You
I'll
know
be like, "I've gotta go to Woolies and get cottage cheese because I
Yeah,
ran out, I didn't realize." He's like, "It's okay, it's 2 minutes down the road, like, I'll
yeah.
come with you, like, it's fine." Like, "It's not fine!" Like, so someone that can just, like, level you
Level
out a
you
bit as
down,
well and be like,
yeah.
"It's okay,
Or
like."
not get heightened when you're heightened, I think that's a big thing.
Yeah, not match your energy, like,
Yeah,
someone that's gonna be like, "Okay, like,
yeah,
just chill,
yeah.
it's fine, because you're not telling yourself in your head it's fine, like, it's the end of the
It's
world.
the end of the world. Yeah, absolutely. I think as well, like, this is gonna sound really bad, but the worst thing to say is this is funny because 'cause we're just talking about it. The worst thing to say to someone when you're in prep is we know it's our choice. We know that we've put ourselves in this position. We know it, right? But
Mm.
sometimes it doesn't make it any easier. And you saying it's your choice does not make it
Yeah,
any
or just
easier.
eat.
Just eat. No. Just have a little
Oh,
bit. No.
I had to go with my sister's boyfriend once because like, he had iced Vovos, and I don't even like iced Vovos, but everyone else was eating them, and I was like, "I'd love an iced Vovo." He's like, "Have one." He's like, "Just
Oh,
do
no.
it," like, and I was like, "No." And
No
I don't
means
even think they've
no.
been dating that long at this point, and I'm like, "Fuck off, I'm not having the iced Vovo." Like, and he
That's
was
so
like, just like he was egging me on,
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
fully, and I'm
yeah.
like, "No, like, you don't understand." Like, so if
That's the
someone's
worst,
like,
yeah.
just yeah, never say "just eat" to someone
Yeah,
that's in
yeah.
prep, like, or
Or like, "It's your choice."
yeah, it
Like,
doesn't
yeah,
matter, just
no
eat
shit,
it.
we know. Like,
Yeah,
doesn't matter.
yeah,
Like,
we'll have to do, like, a whole episode on things not to say to a
yeah,
bodybuilder because there's a long
100%.
list.
There'd be so
Yeah.
many. "Oh, you're so skinny." What?
Yeah.
That would
No,
irk me.
lean. You gotta say
Yeah, lean.
lean.
It's so different.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's very different, especially for
100%.
guys. Like, guys hate
Oh,
when you're like, "What, you're looking very thin."
yeah, you're looking really skinny.
Yeah,
Entire life over.
yeah,
Yeah, we'll absolutely
yeah.
do a
See, when
whole
I'm in
episode on
off
that.
season, say I look
Yeah,
skinny.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
When
so
I'm in prep,
fair.
lean.
Lean. Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. Yeah, I reckon I don't know, what else do we kind of
I don't think there's
touch
much
on?
else to, like, touch on, but just if you are going into a prep and, like, it's your first time being in prep with a partner, definitely just like, you're not gonna know how you're gonna be.
Yeah.
You're never gonna know, like, everyone's different. Some people just don't get irritable. Some people still have a sex drive and
Oh,
things like that.
yeah,
But just
definitely.
maybe talk to your partner, or they can even listen to this
Yeah,
episode. Like,
send them
if
this.
yeah, send them this episode and just give it a listen so they can kinda understand what could happen. Like,
Yeah,
just give them all the what ifs.
yeah,
Don't
yeah.
scare them, be like, "I'm gonna have no sex drive, and I'm gonna be angry, and
Yeah,
I'm
I'm
gonna be
gonna
this."
hate you.
Just
Yeah,
be like, "Hey, I might be a bit
yeah.
of a bitch."
Yeah, yeah,
Like,
yeah.
you
Every
know?
now and again, but I promise I'll apologize. And it's
Yeah,
only short term. It's only short term.
yeah. And if you
Unless you
are
are a bitch outside of
yeah,
like, a prep, and
yeah,
then you
which
sort your
that's
life out.
just
That's
you
you as a
can't fix
person.
that.
Yeah.
If it's in you, it's in you.
Try that. I don't know. Go to therapy.
Be nice. Or yeah, or if you are someone who has a partner going into prep,
Yeah.
just be have, like, an extra level of patience, I think.
Yes. Treat them like a child. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, like, not in the sense of, like, yeah, I think just be more patient with them
Be
is
more patient
probably
and understanding
yeah.
and not too critical, I think, is a
And
big one as well.
don't yes, definitely, and don't snap at them would
Yeah.
probably be the big thing.
Yeah. It's a sacrifice on both ends, like we
Yeah,
said. So,
100%.
yeah, it's not anyone's job to be a certain way.
No. I think in general though, if your partner isn't supportive and understanding and encouraging and, like all those, good traits and like, do you really
We'll
want them as a
find you a
partner?
new man.
Yeah. It's like, nah, maybe get rid of
Message
them.
us and we'll see what we
Yeah,
can
well,
do.
yeah, yeah. I work in a gym. There's
Yeah.
plenty to pick from. Yeah, I think, but yeah, I think that's pretty much but obviously, like, we're always here though for chats, like, if you're going through something, if
Mm.
you're in prep and you're like, "Hey, my partner's this and my partner's that," obviously, it's not always their fault. There's some kinda level of, self looking into what's the word? Like, self
Reflection.
reflection that probably would need to happen,
Mm.
possibly. But at the same time, I think, yeah, like if you're not too sure or whatever, you have questions or maybe even how to, not that we're, relationship experts or anything, but we're here for a chat. We're here for
Yeah,
a
or if
listen.
your partner is going into prep and
Yes.
you're like, "I'm scared.
Oh, yeah.
I'm scared
Um,
they're gonna kill me."
yeah, yeah,
You can
yeah.
message us and
Message us.
yeah,
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
we'll give any advice necessary.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, but I
Anyway.
think that's it from
Yeah,
us
I think so.
for
I think I've
episode 5.
hey, look at us go. But yeah, we will get the boys on though. I definitely wanna get the boys on
Yeah.
for an episode.
Yeah, maybe not when I'm, like, 4 weeks out because I
Yeah.
might just sit here and yell at Matt the whole time. No, I'm
Yeah.
kidding.
Matt'll be coming and be like, "Paris is the
Yeah,
worst."
he's like, "I don't wanna see her.
Yeah.
She's
We
already
broke up.
screamed
No,
at me
kidding.
today.
Totally kidding.
She's already screamed at me 3 times
Yeah,
today."
and it's not
Yeah,
again.
so maybe soon
Yeah,
when
yeah,
when
bit
I'm
sooner than rather than later.
yeah,
But yeah, as always, guys, though, if you have any questions, any comments, anything, let
yeah,
us know.
and follow our podcast and rate us as well
Yeah.
because the more you rate us and please rate us 5 stars.
Yeah,
The
rate us
more you
good though.
rate us, the more it recommends us to other people, and it just helps us out. It
Yeah.
helps us grow and,
It'll
yeah, have further
Also, we're
discussions.
just gonna give a little cheeky plug though, because I feel like, yes, we're a podcast that's what you're listening to, but we also do posing coaching. So if you are competing, if you're, whether it's
Even just
posing,
thinking about competing.
thinking about competing, in general, like I'm coach/posing coach, Paris is posing coach, like we pose out of Fitness Cartel in Albion Park
Yep,
near
and online
and
too.
online, yes, very much online as well.
And you
So
don't need to have a show date,
no,
like, you don't even need to have a coach. Like, even if it's just
we
something you
just
wanna just give it a go and just see if
yeah,
it's for you, like,
yeah,
if you're having a little practice in your bedroom and you just wanna see, like, if it's
yeah.
for you, then please, by all means, we're a judgment-free zone.
Oh,
We've
absolutely.
we've
We've been
both been
there.
there, like,
Yeah.
it's
We've been
I've been in
awkward,
my room
weird.
in a pair of random heels, like, in my
Yeah,
mirror. Like, we've
absolutely.
been there.
Everyone, yeah. So, yeah, just give us a little cheeky plug because
Yeah.
we can, and this is our podcast, and why not?
Yeah, everything is just the stage code, like
Yes.
YouTube,
Yeah.
podcasts, Apple Podcasts,
Instagram.
Instagram, all the
Yeah. All the
things.
things.
And
Alright.
we'll see you guys next week.
Bye.
Bye.